Okay. Okay, so just off rip, the previous day levels we are respecting. We tapped into it. You can see right here, just off the daily chart, we tapped into it, into the 50%, and that's where we are respecting. So let's see. Let's take a closer look here. I still think this is pretty valid. This is valid. This is from yesterday's, yeah, for Monday's setup where I was talking about how this is the order block and um, the order block. So I still think we see higher, but during the overnight, we might see some retracement into London, and then London might do the reversal. So for right now, let's at least see where we can see about the ideal entry going into tomorrow. So if we just look at that same order block, you can see that we are tapping into it and we are wicking off. That's 2 wicks off that 50% of that order block. So that right there is already showing support, and that's pretty valid. I mean, I mentioned that if we want to see price come down, this is what we want to see. We want to see it being supported and respected. So that's why stop losses matter and give it that room. But yeah, so far that's looking good. You can see the 4 hours wicking right above it, showing respect. The 1 hour is still showing perfect respect. And off rip right here, I could already see a order block right there. 2 red candles. And then the following one closed very green, swept the low, went all the way up here. It retraced, but it still closed above those 2 red. And this current candle, the hourly candle, is still trading above it. So let's see. Let's see how when we get closer to see if we can get an entry on NQ here for a long, but this hourly closes in 25 minutes, so we might just have to wait because it's already cutting it so close to top of the hour. That's a little bit late in the hour, so I'm gonna wait for that next one unless we see something more obvious as we go lower. But for right now, that's showing great respect. Great respect on the bigger time frames. And as we get closer, the smaller time frames are aligning with that same idea. So hourly order block, let's see. Another one right here. If this is all we wanted to see, if this right here is all we wanted to see, a 1 mini 50 stop loss, 50 point stop loss at $1,000 for the eval if you're trading eval, or $500 if you're doing 5 micros. That's what that would look like right there, 50 points. Order block right here, red closing candles, and then this one right here just swept the low and then boom, closed well above it. And these following candles are respecting both levels. The blue line is the top of the order block, and then the 50%. And this is a fresh one that just opened up, actually, a 30-minute. And look, another one. So if not that entry just off the 30-minute, we can wait just a little bit more for a little bit more confirmation. We can wait for one of them to close above this one, and then that we can take our entry there. And then that'll be, if you want to do right under, you can do 25 point stop. Or if we want to give it all that room, you could do the 50, or really anywhere, but max 50 points. That's going to be the max. 50 points no matter what is what I go by. Okay. And from what it looks like, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for this on the 15-minute. We see it on the 30. We see it on the 30 right here. We see it on the 30 right here. And then on the 15, where I usually take my entries, we see this right here. So that's what I'm going to wait for. If we can get a candle closure on the 15-minute above this level, that's where I'll look to go long on NQ. And let me just clean this up, actually. And you know what? If we get a candle closure too, it's going to be above this blue line and the 50% that it's already rejecting. It's showing signs of rejecting, and respecting that level here. So, and if there's no setup there, I mean, you could possibly see about going to the previous day low. Okay. So yeah, the trade idea right now is longs on NQ. So we got to see though. We got to see confirmations. We got to see closures for that to be a for sure thing. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's go gold. Gold, man. Gold, gold, gold. It's running. Gold right now, it's moving, but there's no clear direction. There's no clear, like, not direction. I'm talking about, I'm actually talking about, like, if we were to see about entering, there's no clear structure. Because on the 1 minute, this is low volume. This is very low volume because you can see, you know, we close right here, but then the candle closes, opens higher, and then this one closes, and then it opens lower. Does that make sense? And then this one closes right here, and then it opens way down here. That's a very low volume candle structure. Honestly, the better you can clearly see what I'm talking about when you go to ES. Look at that. During New York in ES looks super good, but look at this. This is 1 minute on ES. That's not ideal. So volume definitely left the market. So let's see what that looks like at the top of the hour. Let's see if we can catch something too on the funded. Let's see if we can catch something on the funded account too. So It's respecting that 50% super nicely. It's a Mino rejection. I think that entry that I was talking about for longs for the going into tomorrow, I think that might come later down for London. But from what it looks like, just off, I can give you guys what I think, but what the chart is doing right now, it's rejecting. So if we do decide to keep rejecting, we could possibly find shorts from the 50% to the previous day low. Gold is wicking here. Ooh, look at this. 15-minute. Okay, hang on. Ooh. Okay, let's see if we can find an entry here on for some shorts. Yeah, it's looking pretty heavy. It's looking pretty heavy. So okay, all right. So okay, let's see about an entry here for shorts. The top of the hour can literally just completely scratch that entire idea, because the hour, the way what it can really do is if it's going to continue dumping here, going into that new hour, it can probably go for this low, that low right there, and then just flip green, exactly how it just did it right here. It swept that low and then just went green and just completely went all the way up there. But it looks like it wants to go. Oh, wow. And Q wants to take a dump. Yeah, man, that's either way, if I was looking for shorts off rip, I still would like to have it right here. I would like to have my entry up here. So if it does decide to pop back up, we have to pay attention how fast it does it and how that looks like. Watch. Because for the short, I want to risk 25 points. So for 1 mini, that's $500. And target would be the 50% that we have been respecting off that order block. So that's what that would look like. But again, 10 minutes, we have the top of the hour that can literally change that could change everything here. Because if these two close like this, and then the next 15 just completely closes well above, that's confirming another order block, how I've been talking about. But just based off what it's doing now, it looks pretty heavy. So, and it's late in the hour. So I want to wait. I want to practice patience here. Because there's argument. That's the thing about this kind of price action at the 50%. At the 50% of the previous day. Because here, anything can go, really. If it wants to continue, then we got to look for, it can go either way. We can continue lower, or if we do decide to break above and hold and close, then we can go to previous day high. That's the thing about previous day 50. It's just, it can go either way. Because there's arguments for both sides. Like right now, I'm giving you guys the idea here for shorts, but we gotta wait to see how this 15-minute closes. Because if it closes here, below that, we can take. We're also inversing this now. Now that's inversed. If it closes well above the inverse and the blue line, that's the order block, but in reverse. But if it decides to close down here, now we run the risk of sweeping this low, and then we go well above and close above this order block for the long side. So there's argument for both sides because we're in a range, and obviously we want to play the breakout of the range. So I'm just paying attention to see which side it wants to confirm, and then we'll play that. But also too, the thing that another confluence for shorts is that I'm seeing that this is the high, and then buyers try to take it up. Why is this locking? I don't understand why that's locking. Or like it's not letting me. Anyway, this was the high. And then this is the high from earlier. And then right now, earlier, they try to take it up higher, but they just failed. And then now we rejected. So let's see. Let's just wait for the candle closure. See what gold's doing. Okay, we tapped into that right there. It's choppy price action, but it's going up nonetheless. Yeah, let's just wait for this hour to close, then we'll see. We'll get a better idea. Okay. If this 15-minute closes below this support, the following candle, I want it to wick up. And then when it flips red, we are going to enter that with a 15-point stop. It'll be a tight stop loss just in case. Just in case it just decides to fake us out like that, because it's done that quite a bit of times already. And we want to protect ourselves. Like this one right here. It went down, and then it flipped green. And same thing happened right there. Wick down, and then it just flipped green, pushed up. Same thing right there. Wick down, completely reversed. So there's all these possibilities and just risks that we are just trying to manage here. So that's the idea. We find out in less than 4 minutes, 3 minutes. But if we get this entry, there's clean range to the left, to this support zone at least. That would be awesome, man. If we can go back in time and just play the tariff news, or that one day in April where Trump was like, "Now is the time to buy," and then we jumped 2,000 points, almost 3,000 points. Do you guys remember that day? Yeah, that's freaking nuts. Okay, 30 seconds. I might just give this a shot here on the funded too. Micros though. Okay. It's a fresh hour too. And it closed bearish. Okay. This is looking pretty sweet. So I want it to wake up. And then once that happens, we are going to put our order in. That's not a good enough wick for me here. And the reason why we want it to wake up is because it's going to retest this support. And then we can see about it, you know, giving it a retest and then rejecting from there. Higher, higher. Maybe if I stretch it. Okay. I'm putting in the order in. It's going to be sell stop. So if it flips green, sorry, if it flips back red, it's breaking the high. It's low, sorry. Frick, I'm so used to longs, I'm talking about highs. If it breaks the low, we are in, and we are going to have a 15-point stop. 15-point stop on a short here. And if it continues to go up higher and higher, higher, that's fine. We're not in it. This is why we want to catch the momentum entry here. And I'm trading the E evaluation on this one here. Okay, I'm gonna put the order in on my funded too. I like this. So all right. Okay, we're in. We are in. We are in the position now. 15-point stop. That's going to be 899.50. Stop loss. 15 points. It's a fairly tight stop. Just in case it does reverse, like how I've been talking about. It could just flip on us, I mean. Let me figure out this stop loss here on this one. It's a little bit higher, actually. 884.25. 15-point stop, 899.25, actually, yeah. Okay, we are in short. And if it's gonna wanna go, TP would be the lows right here. I'll just aim for like 500 bucks. Okay, sweet. And this is a simple momentum. We're trying to catch some momentum here. The hourly closed pretty bearish. Like there's no doubt that looks bearish as hell. The 15-minute, we closed below a 15-minute support. And now we are catching some momentum here. And what we want to do is what we want to see is the acceleration down lower to at least this level that we've been retesting. And yeah. Fairly tight stop loss, and yeah, like now that was it. Now we just let it ride. If you guys want to, if we see like a good amount of green, make sure to take your profit, adjust stop loss, do what you need to do. Yes, 15-point stop loss, 15 points. So 1 mini, that's 500 bucks. Yeah, my bad, Moscow. I was trying to put this order in on the eval and funded. So now the question is our stop loss too tight? If it is, that's perfectly fine for me because I'm not willing to risk more than that. So yeah, now we just chill. Again, I'm gonna let this ride. Obviously, if you guys manage this position the way you guys see fit, that's more important than anything. So if we go like $100 in profit, go to break even, that's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna let this either really push down or stop loss. Okay. 40 bucks, come on now. Yes, in that area. Okay, here we go. Now we want to see this accelerate. We want to see acceleration here. Okay, $90 in profit. 80. Okay, here we go. Oh, what the hell? We're lower, but we're still okay. Here we go. 115, $115 in profit. Okay, 145 acceleration. I'm adjusting my stop loss to 889.50. 889.50. And that's only because, again, the possibility of it just sweeping out this low and then flipping on us, I at least want to be safe and de-risk here. And the reason why it's at that level is because if it goes this much on the 15-minute candle, what I wouldn't want to see is for it to break its own high again. That's why I chose that level for a stop loss. And sure enough, look at this. Swept the low, and then now we're back up. You turd. Yeah, out for like $100. I'm all out. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, see, and that's the best possible picture. Minus $63, $63. It wasn't the full position stop loss, you know? Yeah, look at this, guys. This is exactly what I was freaking thinking would or could happen. And all we can do is just make sure that we manage our risk, because dude, we were, what was it, like $140, $150 in profit, and then just like that, it just flipped on us. I'm down 44 bucks on the funded. W risk management. Yo, what up? What up, Supernova? Okay, we're approaching the hour mark actually, so I gotta get going here in a bit. But this could possibly be another one here, because yeah, man, we just took a small little loss here on NQ. It was going well on our way, but it flipped on us. It flipped on us. Yeah, man. If anything, I mean, yeah, it was a loss, but you know, again, we the thing here was that I figured this would be the thing that would happen. I was telling these guys the other day that I'm not really a person to short the market. My win rate is so much higher with long positions, and because every time I get in short, this tends to happen. It goes down, sweeps, and things. But it's not to say that I'm just shorting to short. It's, you know, we had some confluences. I broke it down here. The hourly rejection, that's super bearish. That looks really bearish. We closed below the support. We wanted this to be held. We got triggered in, and it was going in our way, but of course, you know, it was a little fake out. We had like a 15-point stop loss, and then when we were down here, we managed it to like a stop loss down here, just in case of this, and that's exactly what happened. So time in the markets helps you see these kind of things happen. These are the things that happen, man. And that this was intended to be a breakout trade, because we're ranging. You know, this is obviously a range. We broke below, closed below. We wanted this. Yeah. And now a big green candle looks like FEG. Yeah, man. Yeah. I do think we going into tomorrow. We can find ourselves somewhere up here. But as far as like for an entry, I think it's too early in the nighttime to really take an entry and then go to bed on it. Going pre-London, we could possibly pre-London. I think we can. The way it's looking, we might come back down here in this area, and then we can see about an entry. But this is going to be like my time. It's going to be like 12 or 1, you know, and then you can possibly take a position and go to bed and wake up. But obviously, we got to wait for news. News can scratch that entire idea, because we have PPI tomorrow at 5:30. But yeah, look at this. Look at this tomfoolery. So yeah, as far as NQ, if I were to clean everything up, if I just cleaned everything up, nothing else, no previous day low, previous day high, none of that. If I were to clean this up and give a simple TA, it would be if we get above this level right here, or below. And so far, it's respecting that same low. So was our stop loss too tight? Or this is just trying to tempt us here? Yeah, PPI, it's a red folder news. So whatever that decision is, it's gonna pump or dump the markets, just like today. Yeah, look at this, but see, I wasn't willing to like 15 points. I would have been, we would have been safe. But look, look at it go. We would have been safe. But it's for those reasons that it slipped that low and then it just popped back up is what I did not want to go through. I did not want to sit through that. Yeah, most definitely, especially on the funded. I felt pretty good about that. I took it on the funded, and so we still have 10 minutes till this closes. It can change. It can change everything. Okay, I'll let this 15-minute close. I'll let this 15-minute close, and if we somehow, in the next 9 minutes, if we inverse that, I will go long. And that's simply just because at this point now, we broke above, and then we closed back in the range. And now this one, let's see what it wants to do. Let's see. Let's see what it wants to do. In the meantime, let's look at what gold is doing now. Okay, we're respecting this level here. Okay, if we were to get an entry above here, I think a 30-point stop would be ideal. Maybe not risk too much on it on this again, because we're attempting to take the range out of here. The 5-minute chop candles, up and then down, then back up. So yeah, let's see what this 15 does. Oh wow, I just saw my X notification that silver just went. Oh, never mind. The record highs, but it's dumping right now. Okay, the 30-minute flip green. It closes in 5 minutes. That's supporting the idea of a long ski. Some long skis. But let's see. Let's see. You got to see some things first. Yeah, some long skis. Look at this. 4 minutes till close. If we close above, we're going in. A classic inversion candle setup off of a support. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I need to take a dump too. So I'm feeling antsy. So if we get this, I wanna get in. So if we can get this entry as soon as possible. I'm on the desktop, man. I'm here at my desk. Well, as a matter of fact, I should just have a porta potty in here. Yeah, this is classic overnight session activities. We went for a move, took us out, and now it's just completely fell flat. It just fell flat as hell. Runners for long distance just go in there. So yeah, this is not looking promising in the next 3 minutes. It does not look promising at all. And then as far as gold, the reason why I'm not like so quick on it is because we already moved this high up and we're slowly doing that move. We're slowly making that move just because, look at the wicks we are leaving behind. Yeah, we're moving up, but just look at these wicks. Up, down, lower, then back up, and then, down, higher up, and then halfway, almost erasing this move with this. Now back up, back down. It's just not clean, but we're moving up. That's the thing. So if you were to buy into this, you just be hoping that it continues that trend. So that's why I'm like kind of iffy on gold. But no doubt this is a solid move if you got into it at the beginning of the day. Okay, here we go. Look at this. We're still 3 more minutes. No, sorry, 2. Anything can happen in a minute here. Let's see. Anything can happen here. Let's lock in. Okay, less than a minute. Okay, here we go. Ah, 30 seconds. Okay, here we go. 15 seconds. It's doing what we want to see. If we can get this entry, the stop loss is going to be 30 points. And again, a reminder that you don't have to trade NQ. You can do MNQ if you want to size down a little bit, but okay. Damn, it's not hitting close above. Yeah. This is not an inverse. No. I'm not taking it. Look at that. If we took it, straight drawdown. If we took it at close. It's a 5-point move. That's for one mini, that's about 200, 250. No, not even. I'm lying. For one mini, that's like 100. Yeah, just straight up chop, guys. It is low volume, dude. Yeah, it is. But this is what I'm talking about with like gold. Like even though there's no volume, it's a zombie rally. Even though the candles don't look clean, we're moving up. And as far as this, dude, I mean, we're just ranging. Not the best looking candles either. So it is low volume, but this is a classic Asia session. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hop off, dude. I mean, it's not worth for us to just look at this. But as far as a range, we are clearly in a range. If I am not able to alert it and you're like watching it, then if you guys paid attention to how we entered this short, you guys can wait for a candle close above either side of this. Yeah, if we can close on either side, the line was to like right here, but now because we created this low and the support, that is where I'm looking. And again, we are the previous day 50% is right above here, so we can go either way. So if we choose to break above here, we have previous day high to aim for, or these highs. Or if we decide to break down, we have these lows to aim for. So there's clean range on both sides. What it decides to do is the next question now. But if I were to assume something just off of candle structure, I'm going to say we are going to move down. And that's just because, you know, we made this high. This is a data high, by the way. So we can still make our way up there and sweep those data highs. But lower low, low, and then a lower low. A lower high, lower low. So yeah, those are the thoughts, and that is the range that we're in. So yeah, until we break either one of these sides, there's really nothing here for us, unless you want to try to play the range, but that's entirely up to you. Gold, man. It's like I want something to happen here on gold, but yeah, look at this. It's just not it, man. Nope. Yeah, so I'm out of here, guys. Yeah, this is not worth. We're watching paint dry. I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, man. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon I can call it out before you guys go to bed or something. But all right, y'all. See ya.